Welcome to Humble Narcissist Podcast episode 32, I think is where we are at.
Hey, you know better than me.
So, this week we will talk about House of the Dragon. We're going to try to skip Drag Race since Dylan's just not feeling it. So
it's over. Did we talk about the winner?
Yeah, we talked about how Angeria won.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Congratulations to her.
Okay.
We won't worry about talking about the new season because Dylan's kind of burnt out, so we might just talk about some random stuff here.
Because Canada's boring.
I mean, I like it, but
It's
anyway.
boring still.
So, something that I've been up to this week, we just had a technician come out and check our AC to make sure that everything's working like it's supposed to.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is, but now that I don't have a job, I actually take care of the house, I guess.
Oh, look at you,
I know.
Betty Crocker.
I know. So, the technician came out yesterday and switched out our filters, which we change once every couple months, but
Yeah.
they told us that
How often are you supposed to?
they told us we should change it every month.
Oh.
But I think that might be because we only have one furnace, and it's for the whole house, and it's not a...
Are you supposed to have more than one furnace?
Well, the lady on the phone, when I sat there and she was like, when I was scheduling it, she goes, "Do you have one or two furnaces?" I was like, "One." She's like, "Oh." Because
Did you tell her it's 2024 and the cost of living is high?
No, but I told Corey, I was like, if you're in a 2-story, should you have more than one furnace?
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Will you educate me on these things? I don't know what's going on. That's why I'm calling you. I felt like a real dipshit because I sat there and I was like, I know that you have to do this with the car, but do you have to recharge the AC for the house?
Yeah, you get a can from the store. You go to Walmart.
The lady was like, in a sense, yes. I was like,
you're a dumbass.
yeah, she was trying to be really nice, but I knew that I sounded really stupid. So she was like, we'll send them out, and if it needs to be recharged, we can get it recharged. I was like, oh, okay. So the guy comes, and I told Corey, I was like, because Corey had to work, he came yesterday. I was like, what we'll do is, because we have Buddy and we have the 3 dogs, and they're bigger dogs.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll ask him if he's starting inside or if he's going to start outside, because if he starts inside, we'll kick Buddy outside.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the guy really likes dogs. So he was like, "Oh, you don't have to put him outside." He was like, "As long as he's friendly, he can come sit by me." So Buddy was in heaven because he was allowed to just follow this guy wherever he went if he wanted.
Nice.
But we were like, Buddy, get over here. Leave him alone. But other than that, we have somebody coming to clean out the air ducts because of how dusty they probably are.
Oh.
But
how often do you have to do that?
I don't know. But
I don't know the house owning stuff.
I thought about it because, honest to God, now this is going to sound really bad to our listeners that actually know how this stuff works. I was upstairs taking care of Thumper, the rabbit, and I noticed that the vent was covered in dust. So I was like, oh. So I started cleaning it and dust just kept falling out. And I was like, oh my God, when was the last time we dusted? So then that's when
For you, probably never.
Well, that was why I sat there and I was like, well, maybe we should get somebody out here to clean out the air ducts, because for some reason our house is I know that it's been excruciatingly
hot. Does it make it easier for the can to refreeze your air conditioner?
I think so, Dylan. It makes it so that it's easier for them to cool down our house, because I know it's been excruciatingly hot lately for Indiana.
Yeah.
So I sat there and I was looking at my thermostat, and what prompted me to do it, other than the dirty vents, was it was set to 68 and it was 74 in my house.
Oh.
And I was like, I feel like something's off, because even in the previous times, it was only 1 or 2 degrees off, which is fine. But 74, I'm a bigger guy. I can't sleep in that because it's hotter upstairs.
Well, I figured you'd be sweating like no other.
Well, I was downstairs, and Corey kept complaining about how he couldn't sleep during the day because of how hot and sweaty he got.
Yeah.
So I sat there and I was looking into it, and since we do have 3 like long-haired dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should probably get it cleaned about once a year, I think, because I guess their hair gets stuck in the vents and that kind of slows down the cooling
that
as
would
well.
make sense.
So
So how do you clean it?
we pay people to come out and they will clean it for a nice little fee of $450. And that's because it's a 2-story. So we got to get that done because we've never done that. And we've owned this house for what, 5 years? Something like that.
Sure.
So that's where we're at. And then I wanted to go to the Indiana State Fair because they have that building where you go into and it's like all the like home renovation stuff.
Uh-huh.
And my hope, because the landscaper that I was going to use is very expensive.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see other landscapers because we
Yeah.
got to redo flower beds. I want someone to come out and look at the fountains, stuff like that. I know that half this episode's going to be me talking about fucking
That's okay.
cleaning house and stuff. So I wanted to go there because they have like all the booths and stuff and I can actually talk
the
to
fair
people.
is going on for like a whole month or something.
We're going Wednesday. So
Okay.
that's my plan. That's the whole reason I want to go. And then, so then hopefully, because something that annoys me now that I have a house and I complain, but it's like, it's middle class problems, I guess. Like we're not really like, you know, like bougie.
Yeah.
So it annoys me when I go to these festivals and stuff and like they're asking everybody else around me, like, oh, do you need someone to come out and look at your roof? We do that. And like they're stopping everybody but me. And like it annoys me because last year at Riley Days, it was a roofer. And I was waiting to try to talk to him and they were talking to everybody around us and like ignoring me. And I was like, what the heck? So I left and I thought to myself, I'm not using that company.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you.
So I told Corey, I was like, when we go, so long as these like landscaper people actually will pay attention and answer my questions, I'd like to go with them. What I will never do again is go on Facebook and be like, does anybody know a blah, blah? Because then I guess it posts it to the world and random people are like, I do this. And it's like, I'm not asking who does it. I'm asking who would people recommend? I don't care that like Joe Schmo does this. I want to know from somebody that has used Joe Schmo if he's good.
What I would do, I would just Google local stuff and then look at their reviews.
True. Well, I can't use Angie's List anymore because that person really annoyed me because they had my name Stephen and they kept calling me ma'am and Mrs. And
That's sweet.
it's not sweet. Again,
At least they're not calling you like old.
well, I mean, with the AC guy, he when I answered to him, I didn't tell him my name, but he called me ma'am, and that's fine. I never said my name was Stephen.
Yeah.
But when you have my first name, please call me like sir or they, them, anything but ma'am. I don't like it. Once you know I'm a guy, please stop.
Right.
Which that gets into the whole like when it comes to, let's get political for a second. When it comes to like transgender people and things like that, when they're like, I would like, or non-binary, when they're like, I'd like to go by they, them. Fine. You told me, I will do that.
Exactly.
Because it's just like, I understand what it's like to be misgendered all the time. And if
I do too.
If it makes someone feel better, why not take the second to do it?
Right.
Of course, occasionally you'll slip up, but at least you try.
Exactly.
You try. But that's all I've really been dealing with since I last saw you is just like homeowner problems again.
Well, we went to the zoo.
Well, that, as I said, since I last saw you. So let's talk about that, Dylan. Did you like the St. Louis Zoo?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. My legs hurt for like 2 days after.
Well, you sit at a desk now. So.
I know.
I was fine, but I've been training for this.
I didn't get as much sunburn as I thought I was going to.
Me either. I thought that I was going to be
A lobster?
Yeah, because we didn't get sunscreen until like
Halfway through.
Oh, we were over halfway because we only had it on for like 30 minutes and it was ready to go.
No.
That's what it felt like.
No,
but
we got it about halfway through.
Well, I thought that I was going to be a lobster. I was not. Half the animals were not outside, though, but I get it.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was so freaking hot, and it cracked me up because I've been telling everybody about how the poor rhino was out there, like, trying to get back inside, and you said, well, it's a rhino. It should be used to this, and
I would think it would be used to the heat.
Not if it was born in St. Louis.
Do we know if it was born in St. Louis?
I don't know, but judging by how it was acting, it was not used to that heat. So he wanted back inside. And so it cracked me up because I just thought to myself, Dylan, I want to go inside. So why am I going to be like, this animal should be used to this? Look at the polar bears. They weren't out.
Right. Well, hey, I understand. And I just said I thought he would be used to it. Doesn't mean he should be used to it.
Nah, it's weirdly hot everywhere, such as like the forest fires and stuff, especially the 6 that you told
Michigan.
me were going on in Michigan. It's a little nugget for somebody if they listen. But
oh, man.
I enjoyed the zoo. I saw on our way back that they have an aquarium there, so I want to go back and check out the aquarium because like I don't like to go swimming in the ocean or anything, but I love the ocean, which is kind of weird, I guess. But I would like to go back and see that.
Swimming in the ocean's okay. It's not that great.
Ooh, so speaking of the ocean, one of my nieces wants to go on a cruise for her 16th birthday, and I have decided I will go.
Good.
So
You'll have fun.
Once Corey's off, we're gonna sit down and we'll book everything for me. But so we're gonna go on this cruise, and Jenny was talking to me about how. Well, I guess we'll dock in different areas because it's the Mediterranean and we can get off. And she was like, we can try the local cuisines, which I think it'll be a lot of fun. The one thing that cracks me up about it, though, is that they just keep telling me that I won't be spending like any time in my room. And in my head, I'm like, girl, I would rather just sit in my room and relax and only come out to go eat.
Yeah, because I know you aren't that one to sit outside.
No.
But, like, when I went on my cruise, I didn't stay in the room that often because I got seasick.
Oh.
And the boat was kind of rocky. Are you guys going through Carnival?
Yes.
Okay. The one thing I will suggest, get the drink pass.
The alcohol?
No, just like the drink pass, because like
she was talking about a drink pass for like alcohol, but does that cover just like the regular drinks too?
I think there's one for the regular drinks.
Okay, because that's all I want. Because I'm not a drinker. Like
I know,
alcohol.
not anymore.
No, I wisened up. I knew that something wasn't good for me, so I stopped.
The one thing I will say about the cruise, like when we went, because like they would do different shows.
That's
every
what
night.
she said.
Like we went to a comedy club one night.
That's Jenny was talking about that. She said that we could go hit up like all the free shows and stuff and watch it. My biggest concern about this, other than like I wanted to make sure that I have a balcony because if I'm in my room, I want to be able to look out and see the ocean. But I told him that I was like, I'm really concerned about the eating. So like, do they just have certain times you can eat, or can you like go eat whenever? She said the buffet is usually open all day.
The buffet is usually open all day. And what we did, we would do the buffet for lunch, breakfast and lunch, and then we would do the fancy dinner.
Now, do you pay extra for the fancy dinners?
No, it was all included.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
So
you have to dress a little nicer, not like jeans and stuff. But you have to, like, at least...
I can't get in if I wear jeans.
I don't know. It could be different, because I went on this cruise 10 years ago.
Because I'm not packing khakis.
That's what we did.
To go
we went
dinner.
to the fancy dinner, because they gave you, like, 3-4 courses with a dessert and shit. It was good.
Well, I mean, again, I'm not packing khakis to go on a vacation because that ain't my life. But
they have like little casinos in there.
I don't gamble.
They have different restaurants. They have like hibachi. They have those you have to actually pay for. Okay?
This will be my first cruise ever and my first time leaving the country.
That will be cool.
I'm kind of excited for it, but at the same time, like, what if the boat goes down? I've seen Titanic.
The Mediterranean's warm.
I guess I could take my nephew and be like, "This is my child," and get on one one of the lifeboats that way.
Do you remember
They
when
have spare
COVID
kids.
like came out and like that Carnival cruise ship that got stuck?
Yes.
Have fun with that, girl.
Oh my God. I swear.
I hope someone is going to be like, "You're going to die on there."
You can. You could just
No, it has
stand
to be
it,
some creepy little girl.
put
that
a
you
wig
walk
on and you're
past.
creepy enough.
True.
You could just stand out there on the port and go, "You'll go and die out
Do you
there."
at least know where you're going to leave out of? Is it Florida?
It's Florida.
Okay.
I have to look, but they were talking about how they're going to drive down there, and I'm not sitting in the car for 12
yeah.
to 14 hours. So I shall fly.
Right.
Not Spirit, but I shall fly.
Spirit, at least you get a great subway experience.
Shut up. We flew back Spirit coming back from Disney, and I will never let my husband live that down.
How bad was it?
Oh my God, it was so bad. So here, just the contrast and like how these airports work.
Did you fly Spirit there?
No.
Okay.
So I forget who we flew there. I think it might have been Continental, but I'm not sure. So customer service, 10 out of 10. Super nice the whole time. When we went to check our bag in, they were gracious, very nice. And whole flight there, wonderful customer service. On the way back, when we got to the airport to go from Florida to Indianapolis, we went up to go check our bag in, and they immediately said, "Do it at the kiosk." And we were like, "What?" So just point and told us to go to the kiosk. As the other people,
They're like, "Look, pores."
they were checking in people and taking their bags. And I'm just like, why do we have to do it at the kiosk? We waited in this line and we got to bring you the bag anyway. So we go to the kiosk and do all that song and dance, go wait back in line to hand them the bag with everything. And when we get on the plane, those stewardesses are so rude with Spirit.
Because you did first class there and back, right?
No, I did not.
Oh, I thought you did.
Corey did not want to. I would have preferred, but that's not.
Well, with Spirit Airlines, I'm sure they're first class, since they don't have seats, they have like leather on their handles. Whereas the others are just Velcro.
Shut up. It was just bad. You could totally tell the difference between customer service instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told Corey, I was like, never again. And he was like, "I just booked it because it was the cheapest." And he said,
That is why.
Yeah, he said, "I didn't think it mattered on the way back." And I was like, "It matters."
It's just like toilet paper. You don't get the cheap shit. Right. You get a surprise visitor.
Because with toilet paper, like, plus if you don't do the soft stuff, if you do the real cheap papery stuff, you're gonna like cut up your asshole.
Exactly. It's sandpaper. Plus you get a finger surprise.
Yeah, that's why you like triple or do more than triple. Like it's a whole glove. And
Exactly.
That's when you do it.
Heck, with the cheap shit, you have to take the whole roll and just like Q-tip it.
But yeah, so that's I will be flying down there, so I'll probably have to book a hotel to stay there while I wait for the.
I mean, depending on how you do it. I mean, if you fly and just get in that same day that you poured out.
True. So we'll figure that out. Other than that, we went to go see Deadpool. We finally saw that. I will say that based off of the recent Marvel movies and stuff that have been coming out, I think Deadpool was the
probably
best.
Yeah, one of the better ones.
I won't go into too much detail because it's only been out now for two weeks, something like that. So I will just say that my favorite part of it was the whole. It was like the cameos from the forgotten people.
Mm-hmm. Very nostalgic.
And I
just wish it had a little more of the X-Men.
Well, I mean, he was in like the disposal area.
I know. Could have had like Rebecca Romaine as Mystique.
Oh, true. But I agree. I'm not real sure how they're going to really bring in like the new X-Men and stuff like that. But
that's what I'm excited about. I want to know how they're going to bring in the X-Men.
I think it's probably going to also kind of connect in with Agatha because that comes out this month. So
I thought it doesn't come out till September.
I thought it came out in August.
I thought September or October, one of the two.
I thought August, so we'll look it up here in a second. But so Deadpool, really good. Thunderbolts looks really good. I don't really have a lot to say on Marvel right now.
I mean, no, honestly, the next thing I'm really looking forward to is really Agatha.
Yeah. We will take a quick break, and when we get back, we will talk the season finale of House of the Dragon.
While you talk that, I might nap.
Shut up. You remember what happened. And we are back, and we'll talk House of the Dragon finale. It felt more like a trailer to me than anything.
It's very honestly, you know what it felt like to me? It felt like a season premiere.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Like last episode felt like a finale before this one.
Yeah. So let's sit here and talk for a moment about Ulf, because that's the one thing that really annoyed me the whole time. It's just like his manners are so terrible. Mm-hmm. If it were me as Rhaenyra, I would have already had him killed.
Yes.
Because he's in her castle disrespecting her son, her, and everybody else.
Yes.
So he should have been, like, in the nicest way possible, unalived very quickly.
I agree.
And then his dragon can be given to somebody that is a little better.
I just don't like how, in the end, Ulf and Hugh Hammer turns on them over like stupid stuff.
Yes.
That's what I don't understand. I don't get it.
Like, but in that episode, like, I could see Ulf doing it because of how
I can't see Hugh Hammer
Hugh,
doing it.
No. But then again, Hugh is also the son of like, he's Daemon's nephew because he was Daemon and Jaehaerys's sister's kid, who was like thrown out.
Well, Jaehaerys was his dad, right?
No, Jaehaerys wasn't. His Hugh's mother is Daemon, and what is it, Jaehaerys or Viserys?
Viserys is Rhaenyra's dad.
Okay, so I misspoke. I can't keep up with the names.
All you got to do is sing that Nana Bonana song.
Viserys and Daemon's sister, who was disowned by their dad, that I think is Jaehaerys, is who
Alysanne?
Yes, that is who Hugh's mother was.
Gotcha.
So basically, his mom got disowned, and he went and claimed his grandfather's dragon.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, that's a nice little full circle moment. So I think that, like, thinking about his, like, history with that family, maybe that's part of why he would betray them. But at the same time,
But he didn't really have a history with the family.
In a sense, because, like, he was disowned because the mother was thrown out.
Well, the mother was thrown out, and she went and lived her life how she wanted to, because she didn't want to be there, at least in the books.
Oh, well, I mean, from the way that it seemed in the show, she didn't have a choice, and she just went and, like, worked in a hoe house.
That's because she wanted to in the books.
Oh, well, in the books...
I know this.
...are different.
I know, because Rhaenyra is some fat, angry chick.
Fat, angry chick.
That's why Sunfire ate good.
Well, that's also, like, because of what they've changed, that's why people really want Rhaenyra to win in the end. And I'm one of those people.
I like how Emma Darcy plays them.
I do, too.
I think they do really well.
I think that the casting is, like, spot on, in my opinion. But then you have so Daemon's still being, like, crazy at Harrenhal at the time, and then he has that vision thanks to Alice is her name, isn't it?
Yes.
Has that
Alice
vision.
Rivers.
Yeah, and ends up, like, seeing Helena at the end where she's talking to him.
You're gonna regret it.
She's not the one that said it. It was Alice, because Alice, as soon as he got there in, like, the first episode, she was like, you're gonna die in there.
I know.
So... Then he sees everything that happened, which everybody online is so excited about the fact that he saw Daenerys, because they're like, see, she was the prince that was promised.
Yeah.
Because even in Game of Thrones, the literal Valerian translation, prince was, like, genderless.
Yes.
So I think that she was the prince that was promised, but that's also because I love Daenerys more than Jon Snow.
Right. And I hate how it happened. I hate how it ended. But anyways, let's move on from that.
So then you see Helena at the end of his vision, and she ends up getting a visit from Daemon. Or Aemond.
Aemond.
Aemond, Daemon, they're all the same. Anyway,
Hannah Nana Banana E5.
Avon
The name game. That's the name of the song. That's what you need to do.
So Avon goes up to her and is like, I might need you to fly on Dreamfire. And she's like, I will not burn people. So, like, I really like her, but I do want to see her dragon. Because have we even seen her dragon?
No.
Or no. We have one scene when Aemond, when they were younger, went into the dragon pit and he wanted to, like, try to claim a dragon.
Uh-huh.
One of them that he saw that shot fire at him and, like, warned him to, like, get away was Dreamfire.
Oh.
I learned that from the TikTok because people were showing it. So I would like
Justice for Dreamfire.
Yeah, justice for Dreamfire. Those poor dragons, they're just used as like war instruments, and they're supposed to be like gods, but
instead of CGI.
Well, no, instead of like everybody else's tools. And it's driving me nuts because
that's how it well, I can't say that's how it was because I don't know if dragons really existed.
Well,
but that's how it is with animals. People treat animals like tools.
That's true. Somebody online brought up a point that I thought was really good, that Rhaenyra was the true dragon queen because when she died, no new dragons were born. Mm-hmm. And then someone also brought up how Daenerys was like one of the few Targaryens who did not see her dragons as like she owned them. Mm-hmm. She saw them as like,
her children.
Yeah, like she wanted the best for them and like to take care of them.
Yeah, not to get shot.
True.
And that happened to two of them.
Yeah, but I mean, in the books, they're all still alive. So.
Well, yeah, because
they haven't
got that far.
Well, he needs to finish it. And we say that every episode.
80 years old before he finishes Wins a Winner. And there's still going to be a whole nother book after.
I was going to say, he's going to die by the time you're 80.
I know.
Because if he's still alive, then I want to know what the hell kind of medicine they're giving people.
The Philosopher's Stone.
I want the Philosopher's Stone. But, like...
Go ask J.K. Rowling. I'm sure she will give it to you.
As long as I promise that I am a man that identifies as a man, she might. She's a terrible person.
Did you see Twitter or X or whatever post, like, made it... you know how it says your birthday on there?
Yeah.
It said, their birthday.
Twitter did that to her?
Uh-huh.
That's hilarious.
Right.
I bet she was livid.
I don't know. Maybe.
She just went nuts, and it like ruined a whole generation for me.
Well, see, I have compartmentalized it. I really enjoy the books. I love the world. I hate the author who wrote them.
Hate the person that came up with all of it.
Yes.
From J.K. Rowling back to the magical world of Game of Thrones.
Dragons are in both.
I know. So then you have the guy from Harrenhal. Talk about loyalty, man. Mm-hmm. Like, soon as Daemon started acting crazy, he was like, send word to Rhaenyra.
Right.
He's like...
And that was very soap opera-like.
Oh, yeah. You know that, like, if it were him writing a letter, he'd probably be like, girl, you better come get your man. So what does she do?
That's probably what the Raven said.
Yes. She gets her loyal writer, Adam, and she's like, we're going to go on a little trip.
And that made Jace very mad.
It did make Jace mad, and it's like, dude, you need to stay there.
I wanted to go.
You need to protect the castle. Like, she's gone, so you're next in line. She can't take you both, because that's why the president and the VP aren't together that often. If one goes down, the other one's got to take over.
Rhaena's storyline with Sheep Stealer this whole last episode, it reminded me of that part in Scary Movie when Anna Faris would run down the hallway and she'd like... That's what I pictured every time Rhaena would run through the fields, just...
Trying to find Sheep Stealer?
Yes.
That still bugs me, because, like...
Because she still didn't get her.
I know.
Or get him,
and then,
or
like,
whatever.
If she gets Sheep Stealer, I want to know, like, little tangent here. What about her dragon that she gets? Like, wasn't its name, like, Dream or something?
I don't remember.
Anyway, so she gets that dragon. I know that it's pink with black horns. Thanks, TikTok. Mm-hmm. So if she gets Sheep Stealer,
then they won't have that
gonna
other
happen
dragon.
with that dragon?
It won't exist.
It was supposed to be the last dragon until Daenerys' dragons.
well, it won't exist. The limit does not exist.
So, I mean, if they're taking these kind of liberties, I feel like they can take a liberty and let Rhaenyra win.
I mean, they already had Alicent come to the castle and beg Rhaenyra to run off and marry her.
I know. Poor Alicent, man. I loved that scene, mostly due to the fact that Rhaenyra was like, well, if I come, I gotta kill Aegon.
Right?
And she's like,
I don't care. Do it.
when originally she was like, I'll die for my children, and now she's just like, long as you leave Helena alone.
When she was a kid and she had the baby, she's like, ew, ew, ew. Yes. Gave it away.
Now she's just like, so long as Helena's safe, you can do whatever you want. I also saw a fun little thing where it was like the kid that she loved the most in their beginning was Aemond. And it's like the kid that's always loved his mom the most, and it's Aegon. And it's just like, she's just like, you could kill him.
She probably lost respect for him when she saw him masturbating out the window.
Because that's when parents lose respect for their kids.
Right.
It's just a proven fact.
Oh my God.
But God, so it cracked me up because towards the end of it, you saw that after she made this deal with Rhaenyra, that Aegon left the city with Lord Barris, the feet guy. So do you think that in the next season, when Rhaenyra gets there and sees that he's gone, she's going to be like, you betrayed me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably.
Because that's going to screw everything up. So I wonder if season 3 is going to be a bunch of filler and then season 4 is going to be like chaos. And I hope not. I hope there's going to be at least some excitement.
Season 3 is probably going to be 6 episodes, and then season 4 is going to be 4 episodes because they just keep lowering the number of episodes.
And it's still raising the time frame it makes them to make it.
But I don't know. The whole episode did just kind of feel like a season premiere.
It was great to watch while I played video games.
I like that show though. I don't want to wait 2 years to continue watching it, but we'll do what we got to do, I guess.
Exactly.
Any thoughts on House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones?
I like the show. I'm getting into the books. They're actually fun to read. Now, I'm only still on the first book.
You're actually like reading them though. Like You're not doing the audiobook.
No, because the last time I did the audiobook, it was this old man who was reading it.
I believe it was R.R. Martin.
No, it was some old man.
That's Patrick Stewart, Dylan.
It wasn't Patrick Stewart either. I would have listened to him.
You listened to that old gay man out of respect.
Right? That's like George Takei.
Yeah, you just listen to them. There are certain people in our community that you just listen to. It does not matter what they have to say. You listen, bitch.
Right.
And they are 2 of them. So, what part of the book are you at then?
I am... Eddard is in the jail. Because Cersei already got him, captured for being a traitor. Robert died. Sansa's begging for his freedom or mercy. But he hasn't died yet.
You know what, though? Speaking of Game of Thrones, my phone knows me because the clips from Game of Thrones that it keeps showing me are all of Lady Olenna. And she was my favorite character through the whole thing.
Yes.
I love that little old lady. Like, it keeps showing me the part where she's like, tell her it was me. That, and then when she goes to go see the ladies in Dorne and she tells the 3 girls to shut up.
Yes.
I'm like, this, I hope I'm cool like her as an old lady. Just like, I know my worth. I don't have to deal with your BS. Like, you came to me, girl. But like, she was probably the best character, and it really annoys me that she had to die. I wish that she would have survived. But that's just...
I hated that Marjorie died.
Oh, yeah. She didn't die in the book, did she?
I don't know. I haven't got that far yet.
Oh, well, let me know if she dies in the book. Okay. I'll wait to hear from you. Okay. I won't go look up spoilers from the book like I usually do. So I feel like that's about it for House of the Dragon and all that. So we'll have to come up with new topics to talk about since we're not doing Drag Race. Or
I mean, we can.
I'm not going to make you talk about things that you don't want to. So we'll come up with some more topics to talk about later.
All right.
So we will take a quick break and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some more random stuff.
Yeah.
So we are back and we're going to talk about some just random things that's going on. Like, for instance, I saw that there's a new Dance Moms series and it's a different dance coach. So I don't know if I want to watch that.
Did you watch that old ladies dance show on Bravo?
No, I didn't. Was it good?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, is it a new series that's out right now?
Like, it just came out maybe 6 months ago.
Oh.
It aired maybe like 3-4 months ago.
Oh, no, I haven't watched it. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that this new Dance Mom show was a thing either until I saw it on Hulu. But when I saw it was a different dance coach, I was like, I don't know if I want to watch it.
Was it Kathy with her candy apples?
No, I would have immediately blocked that show. I could not stand Kathy. But like, the whole point of watching that show for me was always Abby Lee, because she was just so mean to those kids. And like, she got away with it, and that was the fun part of it for me.
And BetterHelp will be able to help you.
There's that awesome scene like in the last season where that woman comes up to her and tells her to put her phone away. And she just drives away in the wheelchair, and everybody's looking for her, and they're like, where'd Abby go? She's like, I'm going to Baskin Robbins to get some ice cream. And she went and filed a police report and went to Baskin Robbins.
I mean, she didn't lie.
She did not lie. I love Abby Lee Miller. So that being said, I don't know if I'm going to be watching this show. Umbrella Academy comes back this week. I think it might come back tomorrow, Friday.
There you go. I am not caught up. I've only watched the first season. Like, I tried watching the second season. I couldn't get into it.
Other than that, there's not really a whole lot going on.
I might try and rewatch it, see if I can get into it.
You should. You should give it another try. Any other cool new shows that are coming out that you can think of?
No, but you should try watching Sweet Tooth.
Is that a good series?
I liked it.
You still haven't watched 1,000 Pound Sisters, and I've asked you to watch that
I know
how many
this.
times? There's speaking of Drag Race, in a couple weeks we're going to have Global All-Stars.
Yeah, it's going to be like, what, 8 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're already, like, World of Wonder is posting clips of Alyssa, like, just going around doing press and stuff. So people are like, congratulations on winning, Alyssa.
Yeah.
They're like, why aren't you showing the other queens? So I know you don't want to talk about Drag Race, but I had to throw that in
We'll probably talk Global, because I'm going to watch it for Alyssa.
Oh, yeah. Global we will talk about, for sure. But, like, I don't know.
Sometimes Canada doesn't feel like a real Drag Race. Like, it feels like the Temu version of Drag Race.
Is it because Brooklyn's the host?
Not just that. I don't know. It all just kind of seems
just admit
cheaper.
You feel like if Rue's not the host, it's not a real Drag Race.
It just seems cheaper. Kind of like, you know how the level of drag with Canada this season compared to All Stars 9 that we just had? Or All Stars 8, whatever it was.
9 got money, though. They got money for their looks and stuff.
Exactly.
I don't know, Dylan. Have you watched Philippines at all?
No.
I watch their runways every so often, and I gotta tell you, they are raising the bar.
Okay. See, I would probably say they are better than Canada. Just feels
Maybe
like...
you just don't like Canada. Is it because Brooklyn's the host?
No. But Brooklyn needs to lay off the surgery.
Look, I'm not one to comment on people's looks, but boy, Brooklyn is getting kind of scary.
Looking like one of the Hunger Games characters.
Well,
you know they're coming out with another movie?
Yeah.
Or maybe another book too. About Hey Mitch.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I knew that they were doing another movie.
So that'll be good.
I like how you immediately jumped from Canada's Drag Race to the Hunger Games.
Because Brooklyn looks like someone who would live in the capital.
I could see that. I think she's a good host.
I do too. I completely agree.
You just think that it's low budget.
Yeah, the production value isn't there.
Well, I think it depends on which season you're looking at. You know which
Timu.
My favorite drag race to watch other than the US, because I'm a patriot, is the UK. They're my favorite.
Because RuPaul is the judge?
No, because I like their queens the most, because their queens, like, fashion's cool, but like they're usually more
they have personality
and funny.
Yes.
And I enjoy that. They're more than just like a look queen. But like, again, I don't do drag, so like my opinions aren't really that valid.
Exactly. Neither are mine.
But
like I said, it just, to me, it feels like Canada's a little more low budget, a little cheaper to make, a little cheaper to show.
Well, Australia's about to get a lot cheaper because Rue's not the host.
But I would say it might be a little, it'd hit a little differently if they weren't so spaced together.
I agree.
If they let
That's
it
why
breathe
you're so
a little
burnt
bit.
out, is because every time one ends, the next one starts up.
At one point, I heard someone said that there was like 4 different Drag Race series going on at the same time on the same day. Right?
I'm okay with 2 because then I can dedicate my Fridays to it.
Well, yeah, because you don't go to work.
Wow. Way to just try to cut me down, Dylan. You're a jerk.
I mean, I'm not cutting you down. I'm just speaking truth.
I know. I am unemployed. So, other than that, any shows, anything like that?
No, I need to get into something. I was watching Dead Files.
I love Dead Files.
Me too.
It upsets me because in the newer season, Amy stopped.
Uh-huh.
So they haven't done any new ones. And there's a different lady that comes in and does it. And I like her. It's just she's not my Amy. Amy's like the best.
Yeah, I know.
And she's always so spot on.
She always reminded me of Kaylee.
She does remind me of Kaylee too. It's because of her facial expressions and things like that. That's someone we haven't really seen in a long time.
I know. She's pregnant again.
Oh,
saw that on the Face Place.
So JD Vance feels like she has value, so good for her. He only thinks that you have value if you have children, which has been said numerous times by this man, which is...
Well, yeah, because look at all the couches with their cushions.
He's trying to have a better week, I saw, because he's going
Is
around...
he going for the chairs now?
No. He's after the chase, CHAISE.
Yes.
But he's trying to reinvent himself already because like that kid from the internet just destroyed him. But it cracks me up because like nobody likes
with
him.
Furniture.
My favorite is that even at like the
Peg him in a different hole.
even at like the Trump rallies, like the MAGA people are holding up signs that says that you're fired when he comes out, and that gets me. I'm like, you're doing bad when like your own people are like, no, thank you.
Right.
Like you need to get out. That being said,
any final thoughts?
I don't really have any final thoughts. We'll come up with different topics to talk about next week. So all week, if you think of something, you let us know, Dylan.
Okay, I will.
And I'll let you know. And then followers, if you think of anything that you would like us to talk about, maybe we could start doing stories from Reddit, because a lot of podcasts do that are kind of fun, and give their thoughts on that. Mm-hmm. We will...
take your advice.
Yeah, take your advice. If you want us to learn chemistry, I can get Dylan to sit down and try to learn some math.
Good luck.
I
know how to count on my fingers.
Good job, Dylan. That's the first step.
It is.
Please like, follow, subscribe. You can follow us at Humble Narcissists with an S at the end. We are on Apple, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, TikTok. So please,
anywhere you can find podcasts.
Yeah, like, follow. We will see you next week.
Bye.